the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Another little safety job that I'm going to do is I'm just going to change these two gas lines. Quite old, so they're manufactured in 07, which, yeah, is getting on for 18 years old, so time to change those. What I've got here is some new tubing. This was actually manufactured in 09-22, so it's brand new, but it's still a couple of years old. Looking at those clips there, A, they're a type that I don't like, and B, they look horrible. These are fairly new because I put new regulators on. We had to change the bottles to the new style of regulator. So this end, the clips are quite new, but that one, ugh, they look horrible. They might take some shifting. So before I start taking the pipe off, we'll just make sure the gas is off. It's turned off there, and just to make sure, we'll pop it off. So there's no gas on that. And the same there. So just loosen these bits. So that's come away. All right. Better than I thought that, actually. It's in a really awkward spot behind the wheel, and I haven't got room to work really. We go. Yuck. I think the clips are in a terrible state. Don't know how I've left them. Missed those last year. The gas line don't look too bad, but it's, yeah, it's not brill. You don't want to come off there, so just with a sharp blade, hands and fingers out of the way, just give it a slice down, just to open it up. There we go. There we are. So, yeah, that is not good. So I've just done one end, got the other end, got new clips for this end. I've put, just to clean that up and just put a tiny bit of lube on, just to ease that on, so that goes on fully. New clip to the end. Tighten that down, and a second safety clip on. That's it. That's ready. It's all ready to go back. So leave that off there, and we'll do the other side. There we go. That's both bottles done with nice new tube. It's actually a larger diameter, outside diameter, so it's a bit thicker walled, so it'll be a better tube. Just say a quick thing about our Victron MPPT solar controllers. Fantastic. What a difference it's made to our charge from the panels. So all being well, this year we shouldn't be struggling, as long as we get some sun, but we shouldn't be struggling as much for power. Well, we've got our mainsail back from repair. It's horrible weather out there at the moment, but first of all, what I have to do before we can fit this is I want to reset the boom back to about the correct spacings and angle. We did adjust it because of the way that the sail was running up the mast track. But when we took the sail off, I found that the sail had not been locked into position correctly. So I just need to reset the boom back to its correct dimensions and angles, and then probably tomorrow, I think the weather's a bit better tomorrow, we'll remount the sail on the boom. Now on the sail turner booms, the angle of the boom to the mast is adjusted with the kicker. The topping lift doesn't do a great deal on these booms. Everything really is from this kicker. Now the kickers are not adjustable in the sense of being able to adjust on the move. It is retained with this clamp block here, and look inside the boom, if you can just see all the clamps running along here. There's 20 odd bolts to undo to adjust the boom. Now what I did, I made some marks on the boom where the kicker was positioned. The actual measurement should be, if I come down to the front, so from there to there, whatever that distance is, should be 5 millimeters less from there to there. So what I'll do is I'll take a measurement and we'll see what that is and see how that pans out. Now when I'm talking about not being locked in when the sail was in position, there's a notch there and there's a little metal rod on the end of the sail, and you have to bring that into position and lock it in there, and it wasn't, it was back here, and that was changing the whole angle and way that the sail ran. They tensioned it right at the back and not locked it in there, and I couldn't see that because it was still wrapped. So I've just measured the distance at the bottom, and that measures 30 millimeters there to there. It's quite difficult to measure, but I've got that. And at the top here, I'll take that from there to there, that measures 21. So there's 9 millimeters of difference. So it should be 5, and I've got 9. So that means I have to drop the back of the mast down, which means moving the kicker backwards. Okay, so what we've done now, we've dropped the kicker down, taken the pin out. That took some taking out. I am using the topping lift, that's under tension, and I've adjusted here to measure 25 mil. The bottom is 30, top is 25, so we've got 5 mil difference, so that should be set at the correct angle. What I now have to do is adjust the kicker mounting position. I've undone all those screws, bolts, and I can now adjust the kicker mounting back so the kicker actually slips in and I can just drop the pin into it. And we'll do that by just tapping this whole plate back. I've got some marks on here. I think we'll come almost back to this, the rear mark actually. So, let's see where that is. That Actually, need to go back a bit further, yeah. We're not far away now. That's in. So sit the pins in safe so I can tighten everything else down. Oh, I'm not quite sure what that thing is up there. Not seen it for feels like a month. Hey, well. You can see the sail is now mounted back on the boom. It's not set quite right. We are locked in right at the front edge up against the slipper ring, which is correct there, but we've just wound it onto the boom by hand. So we've got the new luff on installed and luff rope and tape, so that feels nice and slippy. Actually, that does feel good. So we've got a new head on the sail as well. That was getting in poor repair, so that's all done. So that's just waiting to go up, but can't raise it today. It's too breezy and the breeze is in the wrong direction. The tail end of the boom, we've got the adjuster there. Just need to tighten that up. That's a lot better. I've had to lengthen that cord a little bit because the sail is in the right, is locked forward. Before that was only about that, so it's a good, what, inch and a half further forward is the sail, so hopefully that will improve things. Now, to tension that, we have a long key. It goes in at the back of the boom, and we just have to wind that up. I'd say that's about right. So you can only adjust these on the sail turner when that is all in line with the hole on the end of the boom. And the new solar panels are actually producing something. And that's what the sunlight is giving us. Fantastic.